Excuse me, sir, would you like to come to the 2017 Gay Pride Parade on March 27th at— What? No, I'm straight. Oh, sorry, I just thought with oh, whatever. Please ignore that name over there. That's just the name of the person who sleeps into this room that I broke into. Good evening, awesome viewers. It's me, Boladi. The next phrase that I will utter is something that I would have never normally said in a million years. Why? Because the next thing that I'm going to say doesn't apply to every single infinite timeline in the universe. I haven't uploaded in a freakishly long amount of time. Seriously, I haven't uploaded in like a Dan is not on fire Vsauce amount of time. You see, that sentence right there, it only applied to that specific month. Everyone in the future, that doesn't apply to you. Exactly 1 month ago, I made a video called What's Your Name Again? And exactly 1 week later, I had promised myself that I was going to make a video that week. But Friday came around and I had so much homework on my shoulders that I decided to myself, hey, why don't I take this weekend off? Why don't I focus on my homework this weekend? And why don't I make the video next weekend? It's okay, only 2 weeks will have passed without any video. Well, that weekend came around and I had planned for myself to spend all of Saturday night and Sunday night working on the homework. Man, I have all of these copious amounts of time. Jesus Christ, what am I going to do with it all? Well, that weekend came around, as I said once before, and I didn't even start on my homework until Sunday night at 9 o'clock. No different than when I normally start my homework. Let me summarize this up for you, okay? I had planned to film a video that weekend, but I didn't because I wanted to finish some homework. But I also didn't do the homework. So when you substitute one activity for another activity, the idea is that you would complete that activity. But when you don't finish that substitution, you just completely wasted that weekend. Cause let's face it, you spent those 72 hours masturbating and eating Takis, didn't you? I don't know why I'm saying this in the second person, Jesus Christ. But yeah, the point of this video ultimately is that no matter how much homework I have, I will always start working on it on Sunday night at 9 o'clock. And this is a very bad thing because I don't just power through it like a normal procrastinator would. I sometimes put off parts of the homework until the day they are due. And sometimes I just don't do them entirely. I mean, you should see how my brain works in some of these situations, as I desperately try to rationalize my time the next day into doing this homework. Okay, well, I can do this math assignment in 4th period. I can do this language arts assignment. Well, never, because I don't have a phone or a computer or anything. Okay, usually it's not that bad. Usually on Sunday nights where I have a lot of homework, I declare it to be a no sleep for you. Yeah, I know that's kind of silly, something a 5th grader would do, naming a night in which you have a lot of homework, but that's what I do. I call it a no sleep for you when I have a lot of homework that night, and what that basically means is that I don't care about my physical health. I don't care about what time I go to bed. I will work as hard as I can on this homework without stopping. But here's the thing, no sleep for yous are completely fictional. I have never actually achieved one. No matter how much homework I have that night, I will always stop working at 12 a.m. I've told you this previously in the video, like I ration off some parts of my homework until the next day, but it gets weirder. I will work faster and faster and faster until I stop at 12 o'clock. It's like an exponential equation, you know? So yeah, on school nights, I have never stayed up later than 12 o'clock. And I feel so guilty about it too because all of the kids at school the next day are talking about how late they stayed up the previous night. Oh my gosh, I stayed up till 3 a.m. working on the paper last night. I stayed up till 4 a.m. last night working on this math assignment. Gosh, it was so hard we couldn't even use calculators. Hey, how late did you stay up, Boladi? Oh, I stayed up till, 11. That is a great character in Stranger Things, don't you agree? And I guess the irony is that I am so tired and lifeless during the day and everyone else is peppy and stuff, even though I have gotten a lot more sleep than them. But let's be honest, we all know the answer to that question. They drank a bunch of coffee before school and I drank nothing. So yeah, that was my little personality flaw. I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, that was my little personality flaw. I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, that was my little personality flaw. So yeah, that was my little personality flaw. I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, that was my little personality flaw. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, by the way, remember earlier in the video when I said I never stayed up past 12 o'clock midnight to work on homework? Well, that's actually a lie. I have stayed up past 12 o'clock to work on a research paper quite recently, actually. Well, I actually finished the research paper at 12:30. It was the uploading it to Turnitin that took so much time. For those of you in elementary school, Turnitin is a website that grades your paper and checks it for plagiarism. So basically, I had finished the paper at 12:30. I had my bibliography down. I had the printed copy with me. I had the whole bit. All I had to do was submit my Word document to turn it in. So I clicked upload and the button turned into uploading for literally 3 hours straight. For 3 hours, I just assumed that it was uploading and that this was the payback I got for doing it the night before it was due. In my most desperate moments, I even Googled how long does Turnitin take. And literally the first thing that came up, I kid you not, was 24 hours. It wasn't a link or anything. It was one of those boxes that Google shows you when it's really confident of its answer. 24 hours it said. And I was like, oh my god, are you serious? The due date is going to be over by then. I'm going to get a bad grade on my paper because I turned it in too late. Do I seriously have to sit here for 24 hours while the paper uploads? You know what? I gotta go to bed, and I just shut the computer off. I canceled the order and I just shut it off. So the next day before school, I went to the library to print out the rubric. So I was done with that, and then I was like, you know what? I've got 10 minutes before class starts. Why don't I try this again? So I logged in to turn it in. I filled out everything, and then I clicked upload, and literally 5 seconds later, it took me to the next page. Oh my god, are you serious? Well, if it's that easy, my computer at home must have been malfunctioning or something. Oh, by the way, quick side note, I just love how some people pronounce malfunctioning, kind of like I did just now. It just amazes me that my computer was never going to tell me the fact that it was malfunctioning. It was just going to sit there indefinitely showing me that uploading button. So yeah, that's my little story. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Boladi. Go and enjoy the rest of your life.